So later I'm going to do something with the song Shalom Aleichem. We're not going to sing it, but something else. But I'd like to go back and do a little review, especially for our new members. So for Marilyn and Esther, I'd like you to look at page 11. Page 11 says Unit 2 Review. And before we go on, I'm hoping today, this is my goal, and help me get there, to get to page 17. If we get to page 17, we'll have learned another vowel. And let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new letters. Okay, so, and there's a lot of repetition in this section using those new letters over and over, and they're pieces and sometimes whole words from the song Shalom Aleichem. So I think we'll be able to be successful. But we want to go over the letters we've learned. So on page 11, maybe I don't know if you can see it at the top, right? Page 11, there's a box. So the first letter all the way to the right, because in Hebrew we read right to left, is a letter mem, and it has a sound of And it's like M&M, the first two letters, because the second letter is the final mem. Quickly, can anyone tell me something about the final mem? When do we use it?
At the end of a word.
Right, like in the word shalom.
Yeah, it's the only
right?
time you have it is only at the end of a word, never in the middle or the beginning.
Great. And the regular mem is, as you said, just in the beginning or the middle, but never at the end. So that's a feature of Hebrew we do not have in English. We do not have final letters. Okay. We're going to notice that the letters are consonants, and then we have a series of vowels. And the vowels can go underneath the word, next to it, or above it. Okay, next to the two mems, we have the letter lamed. And that's an L sound, right? L, like in shalom. Okay, a lamed. Now, we have another set of regular letter and a final letter, and that's the letter chaf. And we made a big to-do about how you say chaf. Remember I said, this kid said Yitzchak, and I go, no, you can't say that. So it's a chaf. That does not exist in English. It only exists in your bathroom, if you gargle. So it's a chaf. Can you think of any word in Hebrew that has the sound? To live,
L'chaim.
Chaim, right? And the name Chaim. But that's not spelled with this letter. So we will later on learn that there is another letter. They love this sound so much, with the sound of ch. So we have a chaf, and next to it, the longer one is a final chaf, as in the word baruch. Okay, and that they both have the exact same sound, whether it's a regular chaf or a final chaf, or it's a regular mem or a final mem. Those pairs have the same sound, and that's important. The last letter is the breathy one, the Marilyn Monroe one. It's the aspirate. It's a sound. It's called the letter A, and it has an H sound, okay, like in hotel. So we have a ch and we have a p. That's just a breathy sound. So we have a m, l, ch, ch. All right, those are the letters we've learned so far. Now, underneath the letters, we have the vowels we've learned. So can anyone tell me, let's try it together. What's the sound of that one dot? And it occurs under a letter. E. Great. What's the sound of the two dots?
A.
A. Perfect. A. So we have E and A. Now, you feel free to mark up your books. I would suggest pencil. So as we go along, if there's something that you want to remember, you can write it in pencil, the sound phonetically. 3 dots.
Eh.
Okay. What do you think of this, teacher? Yeah. Now we have a dot and the letter Yud, the little baby Yud, the little one. And that dot and that Yud has the same sound of the dot by itself. So what would that combination sound like? E. Right, so the first dot, whether it's the dot or the dot with that little thing, looks like a quotation mark, the end quotation mark, it's E. Now we have the two dots and you said that was A. Now if I add the Yud, I have the two dots and the Yud, it's still A. So you're going to say, so why? It has to do with the spelling of words. Okay, the sound, the phonetic sound is the same. Just the dot or the dot and the Yud. Same sound. Okay. We have a straight line and then we have, look like a little T. We are learning Sephardic Hebrew. That is what they speak in Israel. If you lived still in the shtetl or you were Chabadnik, you would probably be speaking Ashkenazic pronunciation of Hebrew from Russia and Lithuania and Poland, Germany. Those are Ashkenazim. But Israel, when they started speaking Hebrew, they adopted that Middle Eastern, it's a Sephardic pronunciation. So when you see that Atach or the Kamatz, it's Ah. It doesn't make a difference. Your grandparents would have said like Good Shabbos. And they would say the one with the little T is an Or. The both, and we're learning modern Hebrew, Sephardic Hebrew, Ah. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's go over the vowels together. The sounds are E, A, E, A, Okay, go to the dentist and he says, say Now he doesn't know if you're saying that or that He doesn't care. He just says say You should have a little bubble over your head, okay? Doctor, you want me to say a Sephardic one or you want me to say an Ashkenazic I think I'll ask my dentist that next time. Okay, so we'll skip line 1, and this is all review. Let's do together slowly line 2. Okay.
Are we on page 10 or 11?
Page 11. 11 is the review page.
Page 11.
You're
Okay.
reviewing all the letters and all the vowels. Okay, so let's do it together. Me, li, he, ha,
Me,
me, ma, le, la. Here we're gonna go the gargle sound. Hey, he. Okay, now on line 3, they're warming up for some words, combinations of letters and vowels which start to make Hebrew words. So, can anyone tell me on line 3, what is that word?
Melachim.
Right. Good. Alice said it, and others said it. Melachim. 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 That makes sense? Yes?
yes.
Okay. So the second word, Robin, can you say it?
Melachim.
Hamlachim. Everybody. Hamlachim. Beautiful. Can anyone say the third word? Charlene?
Melech.
Okay, the 3 dots like that, like a little face, is eh.
Melech.
Melech.
What do you say, Charlene?
Melech.
Melech. Does anyone know what Melech means? Remember? King.
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 Okay, and a queen is a Malka. Melech and Malka, like a Malava Malka. Okay, and the 4th word, Helene?
Malche.
Good.
Malche.
Okay, and let's see, Jackie, can you do the last word on line 3?
Hamlachim.
Hamlachim, excellent. Okay. All right, 4. Let's do it together slowly. Here we go. Melech, Malach, Mi, Melech, Mi, Melech, Malchei, Hamlachim. Okay, anyone would like to try
last
all
one
of line
again.
5?
Say the last one again.
The last word?
Yes.
Okay, now you notice that the mem, the second letter, Esther, does not have a vowel under it.
Yes.
But
so
when
do
it's
you
really
connect
spelled as a word, yeah, right now it would just be hum, la, chim.
them? Okay, thank you.
We'll see that with a vowel under it soon, with a vowel called a schwa, but not yet. Hum, la, chim. Good question.
Thank you.
Okay, we have a volunteer for line 5. Okay, Alice.
Lay. Yeah. Lech.
Mm-hmm.
Lachem. Lacha.
Very good. She's got the going on. Very nice.
Ha.
Okay. Susan, are you up to trying line 6?
Yeah, I guess. Me, lahang, lahang, him, or him,
Ahem.
him, him,
Mhm.
maha, maha, or that should be a
Okay,
silent.
now what happens, hey, at the end of a word is silent.
So that would just be ma then.
That would be ma.
Ma. Okay, lah,
Well, we have a little vowel under the final
I
cha.
was gonna ask a
oh,
question.
do you see?
about that.
Okay, it's kind of hard to see. It looks like a dot.
Yeah, it's a come on.
It's an ah.
It's an
Ah.
okay. So it would be lah. No, wait.
Lacha.
Lacha.
Laha.
Ah.
Lacha.
So you can have a vowel after a final half? Because that's a final half.
Yes, you can have a vowel in it. You can have
Okay.
a vowel. Mhm.
Okay. Hem, or hem, and mem.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. We have somebody brave for line 7 who hasn't gone yet. Some brave people. Charlene. Good.
I'll try it if my voice lasts. And I want to thank all you people for wearing warm clothes. It makes me feel even hotter out here. We're in the 90s still.
Oh,
Well, in New
Last
Jersey,
day,
it's in
hopefully.
the 70s. So.
We will be tomorrow, they say. Okay. May.
line 7.
Oh, I was on line 6. I'm sorry.
All right, it's okay.
Hell.
Heel.
We're not
Heel.
quite there yet. Heel. Like you say to your dog. Heel. Only my dog doesn't know that.
Lem.
Where are you? Second word. On line 7. Heel.
Heel. That's what I said. And then halem.
Well, what about that vowel? That's an A vowel. So you have to pronounce the hey. Now, the hey at the beginning or middle of a word has a sound.
Right.
Only at the end is silent. So you have to say and A. So the first part of it is hey,
Lem.
Hail.
hail,
No, she's on this third word. It's the second word we're going over.
second
Hail.
word. So the first word is heel, and the
The
second word is
second word is
hail.
hail.
And there's no vowel under the lamed. So we just have a little sound. Hail, hail. Third word,
Helm.
elm.
Elm.
Helm.
Rhymes with elm, helm. Okay, good.
Melech.
Well, this is a little tricky one. It's milch, like
Milk.
Oh, milk.
like
yeah.
milk sticks and fleischerdick.
Yeah.
Milk.
Right.
milch, because they didn't put vowels except the yud, and that's me, milch, right? Milch,
Milch.
milch. And the last,
Halal.
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 Da, 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 dum.
Halal.
The halal, when you go to on Passover and the holidays.
But it's two
there's-
dots, and isn't that an A?
Yes, halal,
Leo.
halal,
Well, the
halal.
first one on my copy looks like two dots too.
Oh, it's just straight across.
Oh,
Halal,
Ha.
Leo.
okay.
halal. Okay, and that is a word for halal. So if you look in the Siddur, like Passover, and on Passover you do a Seder halal, that's the word. In English, we spell it H-A-L-L-E-L, halal. And in Hebrew, this is it. That's the word, halal. Okay. Line 8, let's do it together. Slowly. Here we go. Hillel, Hillel, Leich, Lamelech,
Amelech.
Hillel, Me,
Me.
Okay.
The first two words are the
Esther, do you want to
same.
try any, or are these too new for you?
No, that'd be okay, but on line 8, those first two words are exactly the same, correct?
Yeah, you're gonna
We might
find
be
that this book has a
confusing.
lot of repetition because, as we said the first day, now I'm a language teacher, and one of the things that I learned, I don't know, this is what they told us, that you need about 39 repetitions of
Oh.
a new word for it to sink in.
Okay, I thought they were trying to confuse me or something.
Well, that too, but
Okay, okay. Chem, lachem, hechem, hechem.
obviously they didn't confuse you. Okay, who didn't have it? Ella, how are you doing? Can you
I'm
do
fine.
line 10?
Okay.
Okay,
Lay,
good,
te,
perfect,
lay, chem,
good.
lechem.
Very nice, very nice. Robin, you want to give a shot for 11? Have you heard that word halechem before?
Yes.
Well, we're getting ready for shalom aleichem when we learn the aleph. Okay, so they are getting you primed. And well, Marilyn, do you want to try it, or is this like Russian?
That's okay. Melech, Malche,
Very good.
Malche, Mi Melech, Lachim.
Bravo, bravo. Excellent, everybody. All right, now we're going to go on to some new things. Okay, so we're on page 12. Oh, by the way, I asked you a question and I said to answer privately, and some of you did, but that's okay. In the letter, because I had spoken with Julia, and we do not want to disenfranchise anyone from the class. And of course, everybody made their commitment based on the fact that the class was once a week on Friday, every 2 weeks on Friday for an hour. So we're going to keep our promise. We're going to keep the original idea so that nobody gets cut out. It will be every 2 weeks because there were some people who said they could not do it every week. And so we will keep to it every 2 weeks. Now, remember the first class was canceled because that was Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away, Alav Shalom, and there were memorials in her memory. We didn't have the class. And we will then add that missing class. I think we have like 7 classes. So that class that was canceled, we will add that on the end, okay? And that will take us into January. All right, now, brand new stuff today. Okay, let's see what we can do. So everybody knows shh, and everybody knows shalom, okay? And this is the letter. Anyone know the name of it?
Shin.
Shin.
And shin is a tooth. And the Babylonian code is ayin tachet ayin, shin tachet shin, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. And so if somebody knocks out your tooth, they would have gone, Howie, knock your tooth out. When someone makes you blind in one eye, you would poke him in the eye and blind him. And in the Torah, what we had is something slightly different. We didn't have all these maimed people going around. What we had was compensation. Like you have workman's compensation is what we have now. You can sue somebody for money, the value of the work you would have lost without your eye or without your hand or whatever. What would it have cost you in terms of monetary value? And so we changed that very barbaric eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. You would have seen a lot of toothless people in biblical times. Okay, so the letter shin, and it has the sound of SH. And at the top of the page, our keyword is shalom. Shalom. So I did send everybody, and I'll send it to you, Esther. I sent everybody a chart with the script letters. There are two sets of Hebrew letters in writing, just like we have in English. We have print and we have script. In Hebrew, they're not connected. They're individual. The letters are not like when you do script, you connect the letters, right? You write your name. So the Hebrew, what kids usually learn in their preschool, like Aleph and Bet or whatever, before they get into the regular Hebrew school curriculum, are square letters. Can anyone tell me why they would start with the print letters first? No? Okay, well, the answer is that the letters that are square more closely follow what the letters look like, the printed letters, whereas script has some fancy curlicues. So it's easier for young children to identify, okay, this block of letter with what they see on the page in a Hebrew primer. But since you're so advanced, I think that the Aleph Bet chart that I sent you has the script letters, because most people don't take the time to write those print letters. They use script. Okay, so, and I'll send out a couple of pages which look like a Hebrew book, a Machberet, and you can start practicing the letters. Okay, that'll be good. All right, so now we're going to take our shin and we're going to combine it with all the vowels and some of the other letters we learned. So the first line just has a sh and the vowel underneath it, and you say the consonant first, the letter, and then the vowel. So it looks like this: she, because the dot with the yud is still the same as the dot. Shay, they, she, sha, sha. And our grandmothers used to say sha. They shush or hush, they say sha. Okay, sha. All right, so now we have the combination with the letter shin, some vowels, and we have our final mem. Who's going to try line 2? Remember, the final mem is always mm. All right, Alice.
No.
Sheem,
Shem.
sheem,
Shem.
shame, shame, sham, sham.
Okay, now there's a word. The word sham. Po is here and sham is there. That's a Hebrew word and it's spelled correctly with the kamatz, and it means there. Like look over there.
What was here?
Po. Po.
Oh,
Po, like P-O, po.
oh, po.
Po. Like a po.
And
Po.
sham is here and there. Sham and po.
Sham, sham. Okay, po. So in my Hebrew classes, when I was taking attendance, we can do that next week. When you want to say here in attendance, you say po.
Po.
It means here, present. Okay, so there it is. Jackie, would you do line 3, please?
Okay, shill, oh wait just a minute. Okay, shill, shale, shall, shield, shall,
Shall and shall. Right.
shall.
Okay. Susan, do you want to try line 4?
Yeah, shall, shall Lee, shall Lee,
Mm-hmm.
shall lay,
Good.
shall lay,
Good.
shall le,
Good.
shall la, and shall la.
Mitsuyan. You know what that means? Mitsuyan means excellent. Very nice. Very nice. Charlene, would you like to do line 6?
What about 5?
5.
6.
Oh, we skipped 5?
Yeah.
Didn't we do 5?
No.
No, I did 4.
Oh, okay, Charlene, 5. You're right.
Hey. Sham,
Shame.
shame. These letters are not real clear on my copy. Sham,
Right.
shall,
Good.
shall,
Right?
shall,
No.
shall,
No.
shall, shall.
Chalet.
Chalet.
Okay.
Chalet,
Chalet.
and then chalet.
3 in a row. Chalet, chalet, chalet. And the 4th. Chalet.
Chalet.
Good. Okay. Ella, how about 6?
Shall, shall,
Good.
shame,
No.
I mean lame,
Good.
lame, shaw,
Mm-hmm.
lame, shaw, lame.
Okay. So we have a couple of words here. Shame means name. Hashem Shali, my name. Hashem Shali Tzipora. Ma Hashem Shalach. Hashem Shali. Shame is name.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the word shalem means complete or full. Shalem, whole. Okay. Jody, you want to do line 7?
Shay, Sha, Sha, Lay, Lay,
Yeah.
Shalem.
Very good. Okay, so that word shalem again, it's a whole. Helene, how about 8?
By the way, I realized after practicing, I need new glasses, so I make an appointment with the eye doctor, seriously. Okay.
Okay.
Shalem. This is line 8, right?
Shalom.
Shalom. Okay, so shalom,
Ron.
shalem,
Good. Okay, nice job. Okay, so line 9, let's do it all together. Melech, Shalem,
Malachim,
Shalem, Shame, Shalem. Let's do 10 together also. Shalem, 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 Lechem, Shalem, Lechem. Okay, I'll take a volunteer for line 11. Step right up. Okay. Robin.
Lechem, lechem, shem, sham, shalem, shalem, lechem.
Right.
Lay.
And Alice, why don't you take 12?
Okay. Shalem, Lechem, Mimelech, Malchei, Hamlachim.
Okay, now you see those 2 dots this way? That's called a shva. And that occurs at the beginning of a word or the beginning of a syllable. You don't have to know that grammar, but it has a sound of like an around, about, like a UH sound, So the way you're really going to pronounce it, and when I'm doing a Torah reading, and if I see that and I remember it, then I would pronounce that hamilachim, hamilachim, not just hamlachim, but hamilachim. It's the beginning of a syllable, and so it has that sound.
And the
Hamilachim.
one, two,
That'd be
three, the fourth
hamalachim.
word is what?
Sorry,
The fourth word is what?
and line 12,
Yeah.
malache, 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 hasharet. And when you sing it, malache, it's not malache, it's malache.
Malachi. Okay.
Malachi, okay, that's that sound, malachi. Good. All right, now we come to a brand new vowel. In the vowel, now you're getting the idea that there are sometimes two physical representations that have the same sound. That happens with the vowels, as we saw, with the one like this and the one like this, it's ah. And the one like this and the one that has a little yud, e. This is the same thing. That dot is on the top of the letter. The dot is a vowel, it's on the top of the letter, and it has an O sound. Now, there's a note here and a note in the teacher's manual that says gringos, Hebrew gringos, would say that as an O sound, and that's how I learned it, that dot is O. But they say that in Israel, they can tell right away who are the Americans, because they learned that dot is O. But they say it's more like a O, like an O. But I say like an O. That's what I learned. Now the vav, that straight line with the dot above it, is exactly the same sound. O. Doesn't matter if it's just a dot or it's that letter which is a vav and a dot. It's O. Okay. So if we want to call Moses by his short name on line 1, we call him Mo. Okay. So it's Mo and Ho.
Oh,
Now, this might confuse your eyeballs, and you might be looking cross-eyed. What the heck is that? First of all, we recognize that this is the letter Shin. There's a dot on the right. Forget about the other dot for a minute. That's the letter Shin. Go and look back on page 12. See how the letter Shin looks? This is very important. Otherwise, you're going to get confused. That's the letter Shin. That thing with 3 prongs, and it has a dot on the right. Now we have a dot. So the way we're going to pronounce that, we have a letter sh, and we have an O vowel. When we blend it, it's show.
So
Okay, the letter is shin, sh. The vowel is O. Blended, it's show. Now that could be confusing. We'll try to unconfuse ourselves. Okay, now we have the letter hey and the dot. So it's ho. Like St. Nick says, ho, ho, ho. And I understand they'll be wearing masks. The Red Kettle people will be wearing masks. Oh. And the next one is a lamed with an O, and it's low. Low. So we have ho, ho, show, ho, and low. Okay, we have Larry, Curly, and Mo. Here we go. Now, line 2 still has that O vowel. That's the new thing, the new kid on the block with the consonants. And it's on the side. On this side, it's on the left of the letter. You always have a consonant and a vowel. A letter has to be matched up with a dancing partner. Okay, the letter is a M, and the O is a vowel, Mo. So we have Mo,
Mo,
O, show,
Mo,
O, Lo.
Lo.
Now I want you to look now, just take a moment and compare. Look at line 1 and line 2. Look above the Mo and the Mo. So let your eye get used to seeing this. They're both phonetically the same. Every identical thing. The O and the Cho. Okay. So these things sometimes trick our eyes, especially the Shin with the dot. Could be confused, but we're too smart. So line 3 does not have it has a letter and a vowel, and then it has a sound, but there's no vowel. So it's loch. And again,
Low.
loch.
Low.
Lol.
Lol.
Laughing out loud. Lol.
Lol.
Lom.
Low.
Lol.
Lom. Loch.
Low.
Low. Low.
Low.
So we have here the chaf and the final chaf on the same line. They both have the ch sound. Okay. And I don't know why he confused you by putting the regular chaf at the end, but I didn't write the book. Okay. So
Where?
now line 3.
Oh, the,
Yeah, the first one on line 3,
line
he's
6
using that
or
chaf,
But
but
it's not
we're
final.
just learning to see the final one on the end, and so he throws a curve. I wouldn't have put that in. I didn't write the book. Okay, line 4. We have a lot of final mems, and we have a lot of new dots. Okay, we can now meditate. Okay, line 4 together.
Low.
Long, 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 because that's a vowel. Right? Long, long, long. Okay. So it looks like they're building up to shalom,
That's
right?
right.
They're getting us ready for the big time, the big shalom. And then when we're really brilliant, we're going to say shalom aleichem. And we're going to sing shalom aleichem. Okay. So we got the first 2 words. Okay. Who would like to take line 5? Who hasn't had a chance? Esther?
Okay. Sha.
Esther, what happened in the intermediate class? Were you the star?
No. I still stumble over the letters too much, and it just seemed to be going too fast. So I wanted to slow down a little bit and review my letters some more.
Good. Okay.
Yes.
Line 5, Esther.
Sha, sha, shalom, 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 shalom.
Line 6, Jackie.
Okay. Shalom, 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 shalom.
They want us to know this word. Jody, could you do 7?
Shalom. Melech.
Good.
Shalom. Melachim.
Good.
Shalom. Melech.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. 8. Let's, Susan.
Shalom, La Melech, Hamalachim, no,
Hamalachim.
Hamalachim. Okay, right. Okay, I was starting to say it right the first time. Okay.
Yes,
La,
you did.
yeah. La Melech, Malach, Hamalachim.
All right. Instead of giving it an ah sound, it's going to be more of an Hamalachim. Like
more of a
Malachi, Hamalachim. Okay, that will come. That's
Okay.
sorry about that. Ella, would you like to do line 9?
Li, lech, lecha,
Very good.
lach,
Nice.
lo,
Mhm.
la,
Mhm.
lachem, lachem,
Right, that's the breathy one, lahem.
lachem, and lachem.
Because in Hebrew, if you say lachem and lahem, it has different meanings. One means you, and the other one means to them. So it doesn't make a difference in the pronunciation. So this is lahem. Good.
On
Next
the,
one.
I have a question on that line, the second word, that's supposed to be a vowel under the second letter.
Yes,
Okay.
lecha.
Okay, that's what I thought, but
It's the shva. Lecha. Lecha. Mhm.
okay.
What's the last one on 9? Ella, were you doing that?
Yes, lachem.
Lachem. So the one before is lahem, and the last one is lachem. It really is in spoken Hebrew very important that you pronounce those differently. One is a breathy one, the hey, and the other one, the chaf, has a even the letter, the sound of the letter. Hey, chaf. Hey, chaf. Right? Sound of the letter, the name of the letter gives you the sound. Okay. Line 10, Marilyn.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good.
Hey.
Thank you. Shalom, li, shalom, lach, shalom, lecha, shalom, lo.
Low.
Yeah.
Shalom low, the last one. So
Shalom.
if you say shalom lecha means if someone says peace be unto you, you could say shalom lach. That's if you're talking to a man. I mean a woman. Shalom lach is like you're saying it back to them, and may you have peace also. Okay, everybody together. This is an easy line.
11.
11. Shalom
Shalom.
lachem. Shalom
Shalom.
lachem.
Lachem.
Shalom lachem.
Lachem.
Again, together on 12. Shalom
Shalom.
lechem.
Lachem.
Let's stop for a minute.
Oh.
So you saw lachem, but remember, if you have the yud there, that's the sound of lay. That yud gives you that Y sound, lay.
Lechem.
Lechem. Shalom lechem.
Lachem.
Shalom lechem. Shalom lechem.
Lachem.
And on the bottom, see, when I saw that, I said, well, that's not the way I say it. They say, oh, I mean, this should sound just like an aw, but I learned it, oh. So, okay, doing great. I don't know if we'll finish everything I wanted to do today, but we're doing it well. Now, at the top of page 14, we have the words Aleichem and Shalom Aleichem. And the name of the book you're using is Shalom Aleichem. The Friday night song, Shalom Aleichem. Okay, so we have 2 silent letters we're going to learn on these 2 pages. Now, people who really can pronounce Hebrew, native Israelis, there's a letter ayin, and it used to be pronounced something like this, ayin, like a ayin. And the other one is aleph. I can't say the ayin the way it's really supposed to be, but some people can. It's a silent letter. So in English, we have some silent combinations, like a GH in the word fought. Right? You don't say fog. All right. So we do have silent combinations in English, but we don't really have any particular letters of the alphabet that I know that are silent, right? Can you think of any letter by itself in English that's a silent letter? They don't have sounds. They have names and they have sounds. But in Hebrew, we have 3 letters. We have the ayin, and sometimes that's in the beginning, sometimes it's in the middle, and sometimes it's at the end. Then we have an aleph, same thing, and we have the letter hey. And the letter hey is always sounded in the beginning and in the middle, but not at the end. 3 silent letters. So that's something different in Hebrew than in English, right? All right, so here we have the letter ayin, which is silent. What are we going to pronounce in line 1, the first word? That's a silent, just a vowel. There's nothing to say with the ayin. It's silent. Forget about it. So let's say, this is just like a vowel review. E, A, O. Really, next time you go to the dentist, I want you to give your dentist this line. When he says, say, I want you to ask him, Aleph or ayin, or no, kamatza patach. Okay. Now, again, that silent letter, it has no value in speaking. So that line 2, the first word, is going to be eel.
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 Say under the ayin, we're only pronouncing the vowel E. We have a lamed, eel.
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 Second
Eel.
word, we learned that the dot with the yud has the same sound as the dot. Again, the ayin has no
Eel.
sounds. We have to say eel.
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 Then we have
Eel.
silent letter and
Eel.
L.
Eel.
Then you get L,
L.
L, O.
Eel.
And that middle letter is O sound.
O.
O,
No.
Al, Al.
Al.
Again, so we have combinations that look a little different but sound the same with the vowels. And that's important. So it shouldn't trip you up, whether you have the one that looks like this or the one that looks like this. It's ah. Okay, go to Israel, it's ah. You said with the or, they'll think you're in the last century. Or they'll think you're a Chabadnik.
Mm.
So on line three, who hasn't done one in a while? Alice.
Who- Did you say Alice?
Alice.
Okay. Ah.
Mm.
Ah. Olam. Excuse me. Melech. Olam.
Okay. Do the words Melech HaOlam sound familiar?
Excuse me.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam.
But that just says Olam, right? The last word.
Right, Olam. And Olam means the world. So Melech HaOlam is king of the world, but they usually translate it in the Siddur as king of the universe. Melech, like HaMelech David. David, Melech Yisrael. David, king of Israel. Melech Israel. Melech, king. HaOlam. Melech HaOlam, king of the world. But they always put king of the universe. Sounds fancier. Melech HaOlam, in the blessings, right? In all the blessings. Every blessing is Melech HaOlam. Okay. So we have Melech, and then we have Olam, king of the universe. All right, line 4. Who wants to try line 4? Helene.
I'll give it a
Come
shot.
on, Helene. All right,
I
good.
just got- As soon as I get off, I gotta call my eye doctor. Okay. Line 4. Line 4. Ow. I find it very hard if I'm reading to have other people reading on top of me. I find that just, I know we're all trying to do it together, but
Right,
if I'm
okay.
reading and someone else is reading, it's hard for me to look at this again. I get discombobulated. Okay. Aleche.
Very good.
Hem.
Right,
Alechem, right?
right.
Alechem, Alechem,
Very good.
Alechem,
Okay.
Alechem.
Alechem, right. So what they were doing was they
Alechem.
broke it up into
it is.
syllables.
Alechem,
Right.
Alechem,
They had ale, and then they had chem.
Alechem.
And then they put it together in the word alechem. They took it in syllables. They chopped it up. And then they did it.
It's like sounding out when you're 6 years old, right?
That's right. And we're all 6, right?
Yes, we are. Alechem.
Okay, let's see. Charlene, do you want to try line 5?
Okay. I was on the wrong line. Sorry. I'll lay him. I'll lay him. I'll lay him. I'll lay him. I'll lay him.
Perfect. It's a yan. All right, now we have the 2 words together that are in the song. Jody.
Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem.
Okay, and if you look back on the top of the page 14, that's what they want to
Aleichem.
teach you, right? Shalom Aleichem, right? Okay, now they switched it up. Robin, can you do 7?
Alechem shalom. Alechem
Remember
shalom.
excuse me, I'm sorry. the first day, I think I said, when you say to somebody, Shalom Aleichem, the response is, Aleichem Shalom.
Shalom.
Peace be unto you. And the response is, it's like call and response. Unto you be peace.
Aleichem shalom. Mhm.
Shalom. So that's really nice. Okay, keep going.
Well, I'll start. Alechem shalom, alechem shalom, shalom shalom.
Right, shalom, shalom. Okay, who else? Anybody want to give a try? Esther, try line 8.
Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Laki.
Great. Good.
Aleichem. Shalom.
Very nice. Tov Ma'od.
Did I mess up on one?
No,
Okay.
you got it. You got it. You know, if you self-correct, you don't need me to be on top of you. All right, let's do it together. Line 9. Shalom. Mi melech malachim hamlachim shalom melech haolam. So remember that ayin, the one that looks like a old TV antenna, like that's ayin. It's silent, so they'll have melech ha, and then the next letter is silent, and we pronounce the vowel next to it, ha o lam. Together again, line 10. Shalom melech ha shalom shalom shalom. Let's finish up with 11 together. Kulam b'yachad. Shalom lemelech hamlachim lemelech hashalom. And they say on the bottom, Hebrew has 2 silent consonants, ayin and aleph. See next page, which are usually accompanied by a vowel whose sound they take. So, of course,
Can I ask a quick question?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, this is on like on the second word on line 11. So I don't understand. Sometimes that's a shva under the lamed, and so it's lemelech, and but the second, then the next word is it hamlachim or is it hamalachim?
No, hamalachim.
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 It's not just hamlachim, it's hamalachim.
Correct. Correct.
So,
very good.
But we've been saying it.
You're all right. I'm not making, a big fuss about that right now. You're going to learn later on that there's another shva. It's called a silent shva.
Okay.
I'm not going to get into that now. There's 2 shvas. Sometimes it's sounded and sometimes it's silent.
Okay.
All right. So that will come down a little.
Okay.
Yeah. Very, you're very observant.
Okay.
All right. We only have a couple of minutes because I said I would try to keep to the, but I'd like to finish page 15, and I thought we'd get up to 16 or 17, but that's fine. Okay, so here's the other silent letter, and now you're used to what you do with the vowels. With the silent letter, you just pronounce the vowel, and the letter itself has no sound. No sound, no value in saying. So then the first line would be, everybody, Okay, and again, reminder that the last two items is and It doesn't change in modern Hebrew and Sephardic pronunciation. The dot and the line with the dot is still O. And the 2 dots with the yud, when you have a yud with a dot and a yud with the 2 dots, like the first 1, 1, 2, and then 3 and 4 on that line are the same sound. Okay, even though that is a yud, it doesn't change the sound. The 2 dots with the yud is like a Y sound. A, E. Okay, So now we have line 2 has a final chaf. Get your ready. And let's go together. Let's try to slowly and try to say together. Line 2. Here we go. E, E, A,
A,
F,
F,
O,
O,
A,
A.
There's nothing, there's no vowel under the final chaf. Line 3. Together. A, 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 Hey, hey. All right. Now I'm just going to go down the list here and I'm going to call people. Okay, so line 4. Does anyone know what happened to Faye or Carol Fisher? Okay, Jackie, line 4.
Okay, Mal, Ach, Mal, Ach, Mala, Ach, Mala, Ach, Mal, Ach.
100. Okay. Thank you. Tov Ma'od. Helene, line 5.
A, Hey, Hey, Mal, Hey, Malachi, Malachi.
Nice job. Okay. Charlene, line 6.
Okay. Malakay. No, that's not right.
Malachi.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, good. Malakay. Malakay. Malkay. Malakay.
Okay. Okay. We are going to learn that there's a kaf and it has a dot in it. That will be a k, but this is a ch. Okay, thank you. And Jody, line 7.
Malachi, Melech, Malachi, Melachim,
Amalachim.
Halamachim, Malachi.
Very good. All right. So Dot, thank you. And Marilyn, let's do line 8.
Melech, Hamalachim, Malachi, Melech, Malachi, Hamalachim.
Good job. Thank you. Okay. Anybody know Phyllis Cole? Yeah, I wrote to her, but I haven't heard back from her. Okay. Robin, 9.
Malachi, Melech, Ha'olam, Shalom, Lachem, Shalom, Alechem.
Beautiful. Okay. Toda. Ella, line 10.
Shalom lachem, malchei hashalom, malachei hashalom.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Susan, anyone know Susan Schmid? Okay. And Sarah Gitta.
Okay, yeah. I have to think about Shalom Alechem, Hey, Ha Shalom, Mi Melech, Ha Malachim.
Oh, nice job. And Esther, last one.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei, Melech, Malchei, HaMelachim.
Wow, you guys are doing phenomenal. Okay, so what I want to do is I may send you this. So I looked up a translation of Shalom Aleichem, what they had. I mean, I could translate it, no problem. But this is what it says. I want to read it to you. It's really beautiful, and why it's so popular and why we do it on Friday night, besides the melody, There's a lot of repetition, and in repetition, there's safety and there's comfort in repetition. So it says, so the second line is always the repetition. It goes, peace be with you, shalom aleichem, ministering angels, malachei hasharet, messengers of the Most High, malachei elyon, messengers of the King of Kings, mi melech malachei hamlachim, the Holy One, hakadosh, blessed be he, baruch hu. Now, the second stanza, boachem l'shalom, come in peace. Boachem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, messengers of the Most High, malachei elyon, messengers of the King of Kings, mi melech, malachei hamalachim, the Holy One, hakadosh, blessed be he, baruch hu. And the third stanza, bless me with peace, baruchuni l'shalom, because you know the word baruch, and it's similar, baruchuni l'shalom, bless me with peace. Messengers of peace, malachei hashalom, messengers of the Most High, malachei elyon, messengers of the King of Kings, mi melech malachei hamlachim, the Holy One, hakadosh, blessed be he, baruch hu. In the end, go in peace, seitchem l'shalom, messengers of peace, malachei hashalom, messengers of the Most High, malachei elyon, messengers of the King of Kings, mimelech malachei hamlachim, the Holy One, kadosh, blessed be he, baruch hu. So it's very beautiful. Now, a custom that I have is when I light the Friday night candles, and when I say come in peace, boachem l'shalom, it's the bringing in of the Sabbath bride. It's bringing in peace. So when I go, and I sing this, I go boachem hashalom. It's like when I light the candles and you bring it in, and then at the end, I've gotten into the habit when it says, because I know what the Hebrew means, seitchem l'shalom, it means go in peace. Then I go like this. So I welcome the angels, come in, boachem l'shalom, and seitchem l'shalom, and give us a peaceful and a beautiful Shabbat. And so we end on a very nice note that the words in Shalom Aleichem, I'm giving you chills right now. It's very beautiful. And we'll sing it again, I think next week. If you want to practice it, you probably have some places online, maybe on YouTube, where you have people singing it. And you can take your Hebrew, I've made it bigger. You can take your Hebrew book and look at it and sing along and practice. So that's going to be your homework. And then in 2 weeks, we're going to sing the whole song, even though we haven't gotten all the letters, but we have enough of the letters in all of these words, the framework that we haven't had the final nun, and we haven't had the tzadi, but you know this song pretty well. And we'll sing it, and we'll sing it slowly, but we'll try to sing it from looking at the Hebrew, not the transliteration. And I want to show you, this is sort of like a midpoint, it'll be lesson 4, that you've learned an awful lot, that you'll be able to open up your Siddur, whatever one you use, Sim Shalom or whatever, and you'll be able to read Shalom Aleichem from the Hebrew. And I'm proving it to you right now. You'll be able to do it, and you'll prove it to me with your homework next week. So that's our assignment. Okay? And really have a wonderful Shabbat. And try not to get too crazy about the election. And maybe we'll hear what's what by tonight or late this afternoon or tomorrow. What we'll find out is what's going on in the country. And whatever side you're on, at least there'll be a definition to know what the future holds. So I hope it holds good stuff.
Our class repeats. So we decided it repeats every 2 weeks, right?
Every 2 weeks, yeah. Like I said, we're going to stick to the original schedule because some people have things going on the other Fridays, and I certainly don't want anyone excluded. Now, if you know any of these people who didn't come, so when they're recording this, So I will send out when I get a copy, like I did with lessons 1 and 2, I will send out a copy to everybody. So if you want to, you can take out your book and you can go over what we did today, and you can be up to date. And that'll be lesson 4. Can't believe it. It's like
So the next lesson is November 20th.
the
Okay.
next class is
November 20th.
the next class is November 20th. That is correct. All right. Try to we'll do a couple more letters. I'm not going to rush you because I'm seeing that you're doing really well. And I want you to be sure about the letters. I don't want to do this flimsily. I want whatever you learn to stick. So we'll do it at the pace, which is the proper pace to learn. All right, I think we're going to be fine. And like I said, people who are absent, they'll pick it up because they'll get the recording. We want to stay together. And if you want to read any of those books, you're really good. The next book that I'm going to read, because I write an article for Shabbat Greetings in Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island, Women's League. My next article, I decided, is going to be about the peace accord between United Arab Emirates. And there is a sheikh who wrote a book a couple of years ago, and it's called Letters to a Young Muslim. And I got it at the library, and I'm going to read that book, and I'm going to synthesize what his message is. He was educated in England in mathematics and in law, and he is urging restraint in the mosques and their harangues, and he is urging peace between Israel and his country and in the Middle East. And I want to see what his message is to the next generation. So my article is going to be about that. So that's the book I'm going to read, Letters to a Young Muslim.
Was that in your list of books to read? Did you include that?
I didn't, but I can. I didn't because I haven't read it. I read all the other books.
All right, well, when you read it, let us know.
I will. I'm going to start in the next 2 weeks. Hopefully I'll finish it. It's not a very big book, but it looks like it's a very important book.
Good, good.
Because this is a voice of reason, a voice of an intellectual, of somebody who's been educated in the West, and somebody who wants to bring that teaching to young Arabs. And he wants the books that they're presenting to young Arab children to have a voice
From the
of
UAE or
reason.
Bahrain, did you say?
United Arab Emirates.
UAE, uh-huh.
Yeah. And he said that he feels that textbooks should not present Israel like the devils,
Oh, yeah.
because they're going to business with them, and people are going to be traveling back and forth to the countries. It's now opening that up into business and to medicine and everything, science exchange and maybe agriculture, and it's a wonderful thing. So I'm going to read that, and I'll let you know what I think. That's and the other book on my list is the one by Jacob Soboroff. I have that one by my night table, and that is called Separated, about the children who were separated at the border. So I've got some heavy duty reading.
Okay,
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.
Thank
Okay,
you.
see you in
Thank
2.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Great class. Thank you.
Okay.